What's up, YouTube family? Today I lost 2.5K earlier today. I was really mad. I was like, oh my gosh, whatever. But I wasn't ever being irrational. I was being emotional. So I ended up closing the day, as you can see right there, at a 2.6K profit to close the day. So now I'm gonna break down to you in simple 3 steps what I did wrong today and what I did well. And I'm gonna actually show you what you should be doing in the future for your trades so you can get right to that bag with no drawdown. So I want you to watch the full video, subscribe, and I'll see you into the breakdown. All right, so honestly, today's gonna be a pretty raw video. I'm gonna keep it really straightforward, really easy to understand for beginners, people who want to learn about trading, right? So if you want to trade for the day, you need to understand 3 different things. First of all, what is my daily bias for the day? What is my market structure for the day? And what is my execution preference for the day? Now, what do these 3 things mean? Let me show you guys step by step. First of all, daily bias is simply saying like, which direction do I believe the market will be going to the day? Are we gonna be going towards the upside? Or we're gonna be going towards the downside. So either upside or to the downside, right? So when you look at market structure, it's comprised of 2 different things. For a bullish market, you have what we call as higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows, right? It's really easy. Now a bearish market is the opposite. You have what we call is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So you're making a move to the downside consistently with small moves to the upside, right? Now what if I could tell you that you could use these analogies when trading in the stock market or trading in any market? How would you feel about that? Let me show you how. So let's say I'm looking at Mr. SPY for the day, right? Let me actually pull back the curtains so you can actually see what I was thinking about here in pre-market, right? So when I'm trading for the day, guys, I always start first with the higher time frame. So I'm gonna look at what is SPY doing here on the 1 hour time frame, what are we doing here on the 4 hour time frame. And I'm gonna tell you guys in 3 simple steps how you can literally identify which direction we're heading to for the market in simple steps. So when I look here at SPY, I want you to go ahead and write this down. This is gonna be called a run on liquidity. So right there, run on liquidity. Write that down for me. So guys, what that means is this. As you can see right here, I have a significant level right here, which is my low of the day here on SPY on this day right here on Friday. Now, as you're able to see, we had a strong move to the downside right here below this low right here on Monday, and that caused us to have a nice move to the downside that actually closed below the low of the day on Friday. Now, when that happens, I need you to take note of this. If you close below this low right here, this right here, guys, is called my run on liquidity, right? But now, I'm gonna just put ROL. Now, imagine if you close below that, right? You're running the liquidity, cool. Now, what happens after you close below the run on liquidity, and then after that, you close back above that same key level right there? This is a significant move in the market that I cover inside my program for the mentorship, but I'll tell you guys today for free. Whenever you're trading and you're watching the high time frame, watch out for key levels like this, like a strong low of the day or a strong high of the day. Watch them to get taken out properly on the higher time frame, and then close back above that same key level. When that happens, I want you to imagine like this. A bunch of retail traders, noob traders, they were thinking that it's time to buy puts here, it's time to buy sells, and then bring the market to the downside, when that's further from the truth. What you want to be looking at, guys, this right here in blue is called a block of manipulations. I'm gonna say manipulation block. And what that means in simple terms, in layman's terms, is basically people are believing that right here, we're gonna be going towards the downside, right? When in hindsight, what happens is the market makers, they push the market now to the upside. So people like me and you, we can use this analogy and this mind frame here on the higher time frame to say, all right, cool. My daily bias for the day today, for me today, is going to be bullish. Why? We have a run on liquidity on the stock for the day. And on top of that, we end up having a reversal that reversed through my manipulation block right there, and it's trapping my sellers below right here in the market, while silently the buyers are silently making a move towards the upside. So now that I have that bias down for the day, guys, that's check mark right there. I'll go ahead and put a check right here for my daily bias. Boom, 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 boom. There's a few other things that I do for my daily bias, but I don't have too much time today, so I just want to give you guys game on these elements right there. So bias, guys, is bullish. Check it off. Keep it very simple. Boom. Now, what is my market structure for the day? As I mentioned to you guys, you have either higher highs and higher lows, or lows or lower highs, right? So when I look at SPY for the day, what do y'all notice that we covered and we created right here? I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. Okay, and if you guessed a change of character or a break of structure, you were correct, because you know why? We had what we call as a lower low right there, lower high, lower low, and then we created a new higher high. Now look at this image right here. You have a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then a higher high. This is the same exact thing, and this is what we call is a change of character or a market structure shift. What this means in simple terms is we're moving from being in a bearish market, seeing lower lows and lower highs, to being now into a bullish market now, seeing higher highs and higher lows. So now for me as an investor, as a day trader, my goal here is to make money, right? Right? You too? Your goal isn't to be right and be some guru. No, your goal here is to make money. That being said, I don't care what's right and what's wrong. I just want to make money. That being said, the market structure today, guys, we've now created, we call right here is a change of character, the CHOC. And we're gonna be in a bullish market, bullish change of character or market structure shift, same thing. So for me, I see that my bias is bullish on the market structure right here. Also, we're also bullish right here, and we're creating a pullback right here in the market. Now, guys, take this now into consideration. What is the last thing I'm covering today? It is the execution preference. And if you don't know what that is, I'll tell you guys in simple terms. Either for the day, I'm gonna be scalp trading. So that means I'm holding on trade for either, a few seconds to 5 minutes on a trade, or I'll be day trading the market. Day trading is holding it for 5 minutes, upwards to 30 minutes. And then also now we could say more midterm trading. So midterm trading is I'm holding it from 30 minutes to anywhere it's an hour and 30 minutes, so 1.5 hours. And then swing trading is, I'm holding onto a trade, for more than a day, holding it for 1 day plus, right? So today, I'm gonna break down to you guys today in simple terms of why today I was prefacing my two levels of execution preference is gonna be first on scalp trading, and number two is gonna be also on day trading. So guys, these two things right here is personally my bread and butter, right? I'll probably show y'all in a second, but I made about $33,000 trading, this past 30 days or so, typically off these two things right here called scalping and day trading. And I'll show y'all right now here on the screen. So as you can see right there, made about 33K the past 30 days from trading, give or take. And I don't typically show this, but I also did a withdrawal, as you can see right there, for a $15,000 payout to my banking account. And I feel like whenever you're trading, it feels like more legitimate when you're actually seeing the money. If not, it just kind of feels like numbers on the screen. It's just me. So I teach all my students that every single week, withdrawal Wednesday, always pay yourself at least twice a month, or bare minimum once a month. So what I want to kind of show you is you don't have to be watching the market for 15, 30 hours in a day to make 10K a month, 5K a month, or even 3K a month. You can literally trade for an hour or two in a day and you'll be done for the day. But when I mentioned to trade for an hour or two in a day, this right here, guys, like watching the market, knowing your daily bias, knowing your market structure for the day, knowing your preference for your execution, that sometimes takes you 30 minutes to an hour, but you actually physically being in the trade, it might be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So your day for your trading day, it might be done in 3 to 5 minutes, all right? So guys, now that we broke down this, let's go ahead and get into exactly what we did for the day so we can actually learn from our mistakes and then what we did good and what we did wrong, all right? So guys, because my bias today was bullish here on SPY, which is the S&P 500, they're responsible for the majority of tech companies in the market right now. So if SPY is bullish, a lot of times other ETFs like IWM are also gonna be bullish here also as well. So let me guys show you what happened here in step-by-step manner. So if y'all can see here into my Discord, if you guys do not know, I live trade every single day. I share my screen on market open, and I actually tell you exactly what I'm taking in real time so you can actually learn and earn with me in real time and make money with me in real time. So as you can see, I called some calls today on watch for IWM at about 8:46, and as you guys see on IWM today, coming out to my 1 minute time frame, 8:46 was exactly about right here. Right here is why I took my calls here on IWM. I'm gonna draw it so you can actually see it. Enter right here my calls on IWM. And as you're able to see, guys, after that entry, we had a strong move on IWM. Then I'm running from right here all the way towards this upside move right there. Right, we banked crazily on this trade. I was literally, I entered in very lightly, so I only put in $500 to this trade. I made literally 35% on this trade. And if you know me personally, guys, I put about 8K to 15K into a trade typically if I like the scalp, because I'm a scalper at the end of the day. So like this, I would have probably made maybe a cool little 4 bands or so on the trade. I would have been done with that trade, maybe even done for the day. Boom. Everybody banks in the trade. Cool, right? And then I ended up entering again on gold. So gold was the next target for me at about 854 today. Y'all see, I literally tell you exactly what to do, the exact contract. So at 854, I bought some calls on gold. I'll show you that right now. 854 was exactly where? About right here in this pullback. I actually entered about 855 and I bought some more at 856 right there. So I entered, guys, basically right here in the pullback, and then right here at my pullback right there, it's my moving average right now. I have choice, right? So I entered right here on gold, guys, and like clockwork, I enter into a trade. You can guess what happens next. I called the trade right there into my chat. I made an entry right there. I'll break down why I entered right there. I had a pretty tight stop loss on gold, and I wanted to see us basically attack this higher high, which is sitting about right here in the market. And I wanted to see us basically create a new high of day here on gold. So I'll pull it back right there. We made an entry right here on gold, and as you can see, boom, made a brand new high right here. And we went a lot more higher, guys, on gold. Let's look at this. We went pretty high on gold, right? So what you're able to see is we smacked the market right there on gold. So when I entered right there, I also entered pretty lightly again. I wasn't confident, you know why? Because I'm not a breakout trader. If you know me, guys, from my can of paint, I love taking trades on retracements, trades on pullbacks. You know why? I'll show you in simple steps. Whenever you're trading, guys, in a bullish market, I told you have a higher high, higher low, higher high, or higher low, right? These pullbacks that create a higher low, it gives me an opportunity to buy a stock for a cheaper price point, kind of like buying a stock on sale, buying a trade on sale, like it's Black Friday, right? I'm buying it for a cheap price point, and I can target this previous higher high right there. When that happens, buying on a pullback, I get a much more better return on my investment. It's a safer trade, and I just always have done it that way. But on gold today, guys, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, bro, when I entered into the trade, it was just breaking out crazily. So this tiny pullback that I had from right here, right on gold, this is literally all I needed to enter into the trade. I entered about down here on gold, made a brand new high, took profit, cool. But guys, this is where I messed up on the day. This is where you want to take down your notes. I was not confident on some of these trades today. So I entered in pretty lightly, right? Made 35% and made 30%. So now I'm up like maybe $400 for the day, but that's like nothing to me, right? I'm gonna make 1,000 or 5 a day, right? So that being said, on my next trade on gold, I'm like, you know what? I'm done playing around. I'm done playing with the market. I've smacked them enough today. So then I see a great setup on gold to go towards the downside, right? So I ended up buying some puts on gold near these highs, right? And I'll explain to y'all probably in a different video why I wanted to take puts here on gold. But I ended up taking puts on gold here at this high point, right? And I ended up getting it a little bit too, early in my trade. And y'all know me, I'm transparent. I told my chat, hey guys, I'm down 30% here on gold. I keep my stop loss here pretty tight. I'm keeping my stops tight. So I made a pretty early entry on gold. I made an entry, guys, like somewhere over here on gold. And look at this. You're able to see? It started to chop a little bit and it went to the upside. So I didn't sit here and cry, oh my gosh, I took my loss like a grown man. I lost about 23% here on gold, and I moved on. You know why? Because I made 35% on IWM, and I made 30% on my gold trade previously. So being down 23%, it doesn't really mean much to me, right? Because I made money back before. Incorrect. I took a bigger size entry on my gold trade, so I ended up was down like maybe like 2.8K or so on my trade. Yeah, I put about, I put some money into this trade on gold. So it was what it was. So by 9:20, I was down about 2.5K on my trades today. I was like, dang, I'm about to find a job. I wanted to go look for jobs that are hiring, and immediately, I'm just joking, right? I was just like, all right, guys, I'm down this money right now. And everyone in my chat noticed that, hey, I was being calm. Like, Ryan isn't sad, he's complaining. You know why? Because I entered again on gold puts, and I got a good, let me show you guys why. Look at this. This right here, guys, is another example of a run on liquidity on a small time frame. Write that down. This is called a liquidity sweep on a small time frame. Why is this? This right here, guys, is what we call is my high of the day here on gold. You see that? Now, this candlestick right here on my 3-minute time frame, it came up right there and it attacked my high of the day on gold, and it ended up coming directly back down. That means that the sellers are in the market up here, and they're basically overwhelming all of the buyers in the market right there. So when I seen that, guys, I waited until we had to move to the downside here on gold, and I bought some more puts on gold, guys, exactly right here on this bearish engulfing candlestick right here on gold. I kept my stop loss on the candlestick closure above this high up here on gold. So I entered about right here. And I was targeting for gold to make a new low below all the liquidity sitting right here on gold. And then eventually come down to this previous higher high right here, which again is another key area of liquidity right here on gold. And my secret indicator that I give my students into the program, it literally would draw up my higher highs for me, so I have to do literally no work. Like, it's a blessing, right? So look at this. Gold ended up chopping a little bit right there. But as you can see, it came all the way down right there, hit my TP targets like butter, and we ended up taking profit on gold exactly right there at this low, and my previous higher high right there on gold. And this is exactly where at my chat we begin to celebrate, because like we took profit on gold. Look at this, right? Boom, we're happy, boom, 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 boom. Right here, guys, we ended the day being up a grand 2.6K profit for the day. So guys, this one trade that I took again, right? Sometimes when people take losses in trading, they start crying, they start moping, they start being, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna quit trading. Guys, you're gonna have wins and you're gonna have losses. As long as someone is transparent and is like leading you the right way, you will always see the good and see the bad. Now, fortunately for me, guys, I haven't had a red day in the past like 20-ish days. It's kind of been kind of crazy, but this is not like an everyday thing, right? Like I said right here, it's about how you finish. We're having a good time, we're celebrating, and then as you guys can go and see into my gains chat, I mean, guys, this is a daily occurrence. Look at this. This is just today. Look at this. Made 33% on this right there. He made, this is his biggest day. He made about 601 today, give or take. All right, she made 250 on Microsoft today. Nisha, all right, Bob made $300 today. Look, she's hyped. Look at that, 1.5 days of work in less than 2 hours. This is the benefit of trading, guys. You can literally make your daily income from the market and then go back into work. Literally, he made 1.7K today on gold. Right, everybody bank. Look at this. He made $220 here on IWM. 120 again. He made $360. So guys, literally, like, people are changing their lives, making hundreds and thousands of dollars into my chat, and we all do this together. So I told you guys to watch the full video. I have a secret gift for you guys now. If you watch the full video, guys, this is my gift to you guys. This is gonna be a free game. So y'all see how he made about 1.5K trading today in the market? I gave him a free strategy. Well, he's in my one-on-one program, and I do one-on-one coaching. I do Zoom coaching as well. The links are below into my description if you guys need it and you want to tap into our community and get a part of this group that we're building right now. But my gift to you guys right now is a secret video. My biggest trading I've ever had of all time was last year in September. I made about $80,000 in a day. So this right here is my biggest trading day of all time. I made $80,000 in a day. I remember it like it was yesterday, on December the 10th of last year. And I broke down in full detail exactly how I did it from start to finish, all my strategies, and why I put $13,000 into this trade and then sold it for a profit of $92,000. I broke down the how, the when, the why, the where, everything in full detail. So if you guys made it this far into my video here on YouTube, go ahead and DM me on Instagram right here at RyanBands_, the word secret, and I'll forward you the secret link to that video so you can watch it here for free. And I'll tell you guys right now, trading is a game changer right now. You need to be investing into the stock market long term, and day trading is only helping you guys get better and better and better. So if y'all enjoyed this full breakdown and y'all see some more game about trading, you love my video, you love my channels and like the way that I teach, I have a lot more videos for free on my channel right there that you can go and see. I have the laziest way that you can make 10K a month as a complete beginner here into the stock market world. So if you want to go ahead and learn, guys, watch my next video right here on YouTube. And at any time, if you get into our community and start doing some trading with us live every single day, the links are going to be always below into my description. I'll see you all until the next video, guys. God bless. Peace.